Moscatel.
Itata. Well, purple mouthers, we're not in Kansas anymore. We've left my living room and gone straight to the source for today's Tasting Chile. Itata. Itata. It has my palate's full attention these days. I'm in love with this area, with the wines, and with the people. To be quite honest, I knew very little about this jewel of a wine region before moving to nearby city Concepcion just a few months ago, which is curious because it is the oldest wine region in Chile. Planted around the mid-1500s, this area was once quite famous among Chilean viticulture. The soils were good and no irrigation was necessary. But gradually, Chilean winemaking trends went for quantity over quality, deserting these bush vines among the hills and opting for long rows of vertical chute positioned vineyards in central Chile. And centralization also became a factor, with basically Chile's world revolving around Santiago. Here, it was too far, and therefore Itata was forgotten. And many of those who stayed behind simply went bust, as small producers were spending more to cultivate and harvest the grapes than they were able to earn from the production. No profit, no bueno. However, the vines here have a very strong will to survive. They can live for up to 150 years. And fortunately, many didn't have the heart to rip up the vines and plant something like pine or eucalyptus, which was much more lucrative. The love for tradition and wine was stronger. And thanks to those who have stuck with it and renewed interest in the area, we're able to taste unique terroir-driven wines that I personally am in love with. So, Itata, found in the northern part of Chile's Biobío region, this cool climate valley does particularly well with Moscatel de Alejandría, Uva País, and Sin Salt. Of course, there are many other varieties. I've tried some very nice Chardonnay, Cabernet Sauvignon from here. Also Semillon, Torrentel, a lot's going on. But I would say those three are the stars. Online, I couldn't find very much consistency about soil type. So since I'm here, I just asked. I'm in Gareliwe, so it is a more expansive wine region, but particularly here, the soils are beautiful. They're just full of quartz. I mean, you walk around and it's just like, there's a piece of quartz. Well, here's a piece of quartz. Shit, now I can't find a piece of quartz. The soils are granitic, they're mineral, and they have very good drainage, but they have enough clay to retain water during some of the hottest months. Again, this cool climate valley has enough rainfall to allow for dry farming. There's no irrigation here. It's unnecessary. And there's a very wide range of temperature between day and night, allowing for a slow and steady grape maturation process. So, technical stuff out of the way, what I love about this area is that it feels really original. A lot of people call these wines in this area more rustic, and rightfully so. But the more I think about it and being here, I think maybe it's better to say it's more Chilean. You know, they're not the noble varieties that we're used to, rather the originals with which Chilean viticulture took root. This is Chile. You have the huaso, you have wines that cling to tradition, humble, hard workers, pride in what they do. Look at these hills, look at these bush vines. They're 60 to 100 years old, and there's soul here. There's an energy that I love. Itata is off the beaten path, but it's most definitely worth checking out. If not in person, which is always the best, at least in your mouth. It's windy today, so woo! A good friend said not too long ago that greatness is not an outcome, but a commitment. And I think that rings so true here in the region. Those who have stuck with it, their hard work and patience is finally getting noticed, and rightfully so. Tasting Chile, Itata. Go get some. Go find some Itata. Write me, I'll figure out how to get you some. You gotta try it. Valle de Itata, coming at ya. Valle de Itata, coming at ya. It's gorgeous! Hakuna Itata. What a wonderful phrase.